blue treehouse. I like this play. You always want to control the enemy treehouse in these types of instances. Just needs to get top center with this railgun so he can lay down more fire. He's going to flank in over towards the elbow. Are there players on the flag? There are. Two there for the picking if he can get him, but Sabanhater with the lunge somehow clearing out Roy. Tapping buttons, getting the double, but I'd be shocked if that flag made it any further.
Yeah, and as we're watching here, Roy the Lion, his gamer tag immediately pushing out of the base. They're still tied up 0-0, and we will see how the rest of this game plays out. At 8:53 left to play here on the clock.
All right, and Roy, he's laying down some more fire over here from the porch side of things. Where is he gonna push though? Has a player top center, has another player in his own treehouse. I'd like to see Roy maybe make his own way towards top center, but instead he's playing a little bit of a defensive stand, just waiting for information to fly in right now on the side of Evil Geniuses. There's a player right in front of him. That's gonna be L-Town. Tapping Buttons is having himself a game. Gonna quickly check the stats right there. 13 kills for Tapping Buttons. What a turn of events for him and Roy. Still no flags on the map quite yet.
Yeah, and as you can see here, 8 minutes left to play. Nobody's been able to get anything on the board here quite yet. And the stream will be back up here in 30 seconds or so as it is starting once again. Falcatty gets taken out, and luckily for us, nobody's been able to get anything going here for either squad. So we're basically just starting off a CTF Fathom with 8 minutes to play.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream. CTF Fathom, game number 3. And it looks like as soon as you tune in, Ronin's already running a flag. In case you missed it, we'll highlight a little of what happened in the previous, I guess, 5 minutes here. Is Evil Geniuses had a control of the map for a majority of the time. They just haven't been able to put flags on the board, excuse me. Plenty of slays, especially for Tapping Buttons, especially for Roy. Both of these guys had ridiculous killing sprees with the railgun, but still 0-0 overall.
Yeah, 0-0. Camo here in the hands of Lunchbox. So yeah, just back and forth action top. Since a lot of people here are just now being able to watch the stream again, why don't you give us a quick update? We'll take a look at the stats here, obviously, in a little bit, but 7 minutes left to play on the board. Camo about to run out for Lunchbox, about 25% left on that one. He's taking some damage though and will be taken out. Tapping Buns, he's still got a railgun in his hands. We'll see with 1 shot left if he's able to put this to use and help get this flag returned for EG.
Tapping Buttons hasn't been missing many railguns this entire game, so I'd be surprised to see him blow it here on this last shot, especially when it's a very important one with your flag sitting at that 50-yard line in your own pit. Doesn't want to push on the return quite yet. It's slowly but surely ticking away. Ronin, they're going to give up on that one. Tapping Buttons does enough to go and get that return. Hops on it, hops right back off, and you can see it get ticked down all the way. He's very conservative with this last railgun, as he should be. He doesn't have very much information right now. Not a lot of shots being fired from Ronin. They're not throwing any grenades. They're kind of just setting up defensive posture with 2 players in their own flag, another player over towards top center, and heck, I don't even know where this 3rd guy is, and our 4th guy is, and I have player outlines. There he is, L-Town with the sneaky flank.
And Tapping Buttons, he's had this railgun in his back pocket for quite some time. Only 1 shot left. He must have charged this thing up 10 times and finally works out, puts it to use, and picks up a kill onto Suspector.
Yeah, he's having one heck of a game so far. Curious to see how many kills he's going to end it with. But we all know it's about getting those flags on the board, and they just haven't been able to do it quite yet. Still outslaying Ronin, but still not even able to get it past the 50-yard line. Now's the opportunity. They have the spawns in their favor. Camo's sitting there. Another player in the flag running it. Players are spawning over towards the elbow. They have to run it away from that area, which is not ideal. You want players to spawn over towards that silo area. Another flag pulled, another flag returned from Ronin while Evil Geniuses has control.
We'll see if Tapping Buttons is able to put this camo to use. Takes 1 player, no shields, picks up a kill on a second one, grabs himself another perfect kill. That is 3 dead here now. Last player is over by the garage. Tapping Buttons, if he's able to stay alive here, this is going to be prime position to run this flag. We'll see all 4 members of Ronin are now back alive, but Tapping Buttons pushes around the corner a hair early and gets taken out. So 2 dead now for EG as they're still trying to push this flag. They've got to be extremely careful that 1, they can still push this flag, and 2, not give up a counter capture here to Ronin.
Nice shot by Falcatty, keeping a majority of his shields. Can he weaken the other player? Not enough to take him down to no shields. That should be the return, and it is coming in for Evil Geniuses. This has to be a heartbreaking turn of events. They have maintained control almost the entire game, and yet they still are down 1-0. L-Town punching that one in. Great job by Ronin.
Yeah, just an amazing job, able to relay that flag here with this series being tied up and so much on the line as far as these standings go. These next few flag captures are just going to be so crucially important here. A lot of action happening in Engine. Tapping Buns stays alive, helps secure 2 kills in Engine, and picks up a third one.
Ooh, tap those buttons, man. Tap those buttons. That was ridiculous. But still, it doesn't matter. No flags on the board yet for Evil Geniuses. You can get all the kills in the world, but if you're not able to execute on the objective, it means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and not only that, there's a bad time to try to move that flag and go down, because that railgun came out, and it is in the hands of Nemesis, and he is already putting it to use.
Let's see what Suspector has in store right now as he's anchoring on his own porch. We did see Evil Geniuses do this earlier. Well, I guess you guys missed it, but Evil Geniuses was anchoring a lot, and we feel like that's one of the reasons why they weren't able to push in and get aggressive over towards the enemy flag right now. So we'll see if it pays off for Suspector. It's a little bit different when there's only 3.5 minutes on the clock and you already have the lead.
Yeah, absolutely here. So just over 3 minutes left to play and only a 1 flag capture lead. Map control over in favor of Evil Geniuses. You can see 2 players over in Blue Treehouse, another one top center. You can see them. Great shots by Falcated, picks up a perfect kill. Roy's into a battle with L-Town, wins that one. So that is 3 dead. Nobody's running the flag here quite yet. Members are coming off spawn. Now it is too late to try to push that Lunchbox. Has got to wait for some help. Wisely backs down. 3 members alive for Ronin, but they do recognize they're keeping them all trapped in the base here.
Yeah, Nemesis with a big double kill right there. That's gonna split the map, make that a triple kill as he's gonna take down Tapping Buttons. Great job by Nemesis with the defensive stand. We'll see where the aggression is gonna come in. Are they gonna push over towards Falcated? Seems like Falcated thinks so as he's sitting there crouching inside of the enemy treehouse. That grenade rips his shields off. Wow, another grenade coming in from L-Town. Fantastic prediction.
Nemesis gets some help from another teammate. That is going to be enough to take down Tapping Buns, who was trying to lock down that top mid control. Just over 2 minutes to play. Most of Evil Geniuses is coming off spawn in their own engine. Nemesis wisely backing down here. And it looks like Evil Geniuses, they're for the most part just avoiding their own treehouse and trying to just overload Blue Treehouse over here. Nemesis on a flank, sees that player show up on radar as he's sprinting across the map. Tapping Buns has to try to avoid some of these shots here. Doesn't know where the player is, walks right back into the shots, and killing spree for Nemesis.
He's having himself a big end game right here. Can Ronin close this one out? They had a ridiculous game number 2 in Regret Slayer. Evil Geniuses still trying to find that big series win. Can Falcated put it on his back right now after that double kill with the railgun? It's going to be up to him because Sabinator, he squeaks away with that camouflage. Can he dodge the grenade? No. Falcated still doing work. We got to find this man's point of view.
Yeah, Falcated's got 2 pistols here in his pocket. Grabs a perfect kill on top of that. This is amazing performance here from Falcated in this Fathom CTF. He is doing everything he can to relay this flag.
Such a tough spot in Fathom when you want to run the flag as fast as possible, but at the same time, you need to wait for your shields to recharge. Falcated, if he would have just waited a split second longer, he would have had full shields. He would have got that flag just a little bit further. Instead, the flag gets returned. Another heartbreaking return for Evil Geniuses. Ronin, 45 seconds left to run this clock out.
All right, now we're on here board with L-Town. 40 seconds left to play. We'll see if they choose to be aggressive or just kind of play some defense. Big 1v1 kill going over to Falcated. He will be cleaned up, so that is 3 dead. They need to be running this flag, and they need to kill this guy in Garage. Sure enough, they pick up that kill. Can they get around the corner with the flag? Lunchbox is going to start relaying that one. A little bit of a slip-up. I hope that doesn't come back to bite them there. 2 dead, so they still have the numbers advantage. And sure enough, 15 seconds left, Tom, and they're going to tie it up.
Wow, Evil Geniuses. I don't know if they're just toying with Ronin or what's going on. Did they decide, hey guys, let's start going for the flag at the final 15 seconds of the game? Seems to work out for them. Maybe they should have applied that type of pressure the entire game. So many times they've gone in to run the flag, but so many times their flag guy has died because they haven't regained their shields. That's why I love the fact that Lunchbox slow played that one when he was running it.
Ooh, and Suspector gets cleaned up by a great double team bait and switch action here coming out of Evil Geniuses. So 2.5 minutes left to play. We are in overtime. That camo is going to be coming up any second. This is the time that a lot of teams forget to grab that because it switches over to the even minute now. But Roy, he gets taken out. So there's numbers over here towards Ronin. You can see the flags being pushed. We'll see if that's going to work out. It's a little bit scary because this is the last time you want to be giving up any kind of counter pulls.
Well, this flag is bottom center. Evil Geniuses, they could go for the return, but I would have loved to see them overextend behind Ronin. Think that Ronin was going to get the flag and bait that flag bottom center to go and get a flag capture of their own. Unfortunately for them, that is not the play that happened. And now Ronin resets the map. You can see all of the players from Evil Geniuses running around to get into the blue tree or red treehouse, excuse me. Meanwhile, Roy, he's gonna go and control blue treehouse. That's a big kill from Altown onto Tapping Buttons. Tapping Buttons was coming in for the flank, and now Altown forces another player to drop towards the bottom area of the map. That's going to be Roy with the battle rifle and camouflage. So this is Evil Genius's opportunity to go and do something. If Roy had a grenade, this guy would be dead. The plasma grenade comes in. It's not enough damage. Nemesis just dipsy doodling over here, trying to stay alive as long as possible. Twin brother Lunchbox is going to drop him. Now this flag is being ran, but this is what's happened to Evil Geniuses. They get the flag out, and then they all drop. It is so unfortunate. Again, another flag return right in front of their faces. That flag could have went in.
Yeah, I think that was Tapping Buttons. Just took too long top center, kind of dilly-dallying around. He should have recognized somebody was jumping on that flag return. I think that was a cap had he grabbed that flag and just meleeed the guy with it to secure that kill. But a big kind of misstep there from Tapping Buttons, and that might allow, if a team doesn't put this in the next 45 seconds or so, we're going to be looking at a full replay.
Full replay on Fathom CTF. So difficult to get those flags out. That's why it's so surprising to see Evil Geniuses pull it off in that desperation situation. But hey, they tend to do it right at this last couple of seconds mark, and they're on the verge of doing it again. They have one player alive right there. All they gotta do is land the melee. Where are the spawns? They're not over towards the silo. That means elbow. All they gotta do is watch this flag guy's back, and they're not doing it. Meanwhile, Roy, he wants to go for a swim, but it's not time for that. It's time to end the game. Can Altown get the return? Good grenade. Can they get the touch? You gotta get the touch, Lunchbox. Get the flag in there, and there it is.
And that's it. There's not enough time to relay that flag across the map. So Evil Geniuses comes out and takes game number 3 with a capture with 15 seconds left in regular time, and then with 10 seconds left in overtime. Crucial win for Evil Geniuses in this game number 3.
Did that just happen?
Yeah.
Wow. Evil Geniuses, there you go. Finally pulling out the big W that they need, but it's not over for them. They need to apply themselves in just one more game, but they have 2 to do it with after winning game number 3. Let's take a look at the stats. Falcated, 38, 18, and 21. Tapping Buttons, 37, 21, and 22.
How heavy?
29 and 19. Only player going negative was Lunchbox, but he had 22 assists. You could just see how badly Ronin got outslayed. It's a miracle that they were able to even come close to winning that game, which they were 15 seconds away from doing twice.
You're right. You're exactly right. They were so close. And looking at that stat line, I'd predict like a 4-0 Fathom CTF, if that was even possible to go that many flag captures. But being outslayed that much and the game being so close, 2 things. 1, EG, they can slay. That's good news. 2, they really need to work on their objective efficiency because you cannot continue that kind of slaying power without capturing those flags. You will not be able to do that against some of the higher seeded teams.
Well, they can brush it off here and say, hey guys, let's go into this next game type, which is Empire Strongholds, and just try to do slaying work. Because if you're out slaying people that badly in Empire Strongholds, there is 0 chance that the game's gonna be that close. Like I said, it is a miracle, the fact that Ronin was able to stay that close. I mean, I didn't even realize how one-sided it was. I knew that Tapping Buttons was going off. I didn't realize how big Falcated was going.
Yeah, that's absurd to have that many kills and just have the game that close. And it's not like they had 10 almost flag captures. They really only had 1 or 2 other flags that had any kind of realistic expectations of actually being captured. Most of the time, it was thrown out the window and then never touched again. So just amazing overall performance from Ronin to keep that one that close. But then again, props to Evil Geniuses for having that kind of slaying power.
That's true. So like we said, moving into game number 4, it is a Strongholds because we just did see a CTF and game number 1 was Strongholds overall. Game number 5, if it goes to a game number 5, I believe was Truth Slayer, which would be a very intense game to end the final day here in the 2017 Fall Pro League. I want to see it go to game 5. I know Evil Geniuses and their fans, they want to get this win and secure that 6th seed because, again, whoever is the 6th seed sets themselves up for a little bit easier of a bracket and a little bit more money as well. And they know they're going to take those advantages when they can get them.
Oh, absolutely here in Empire Stronghold. It's one of the fastest paced games that we have here. Basically followed up by the fastest paced CTF game that we have. We'll see just with such a small space and being able to come off spawn and immediately start nading bottom center or thrust slide into and contest one of the side bases. We'll see if Evil Geniuses can keep that momentum up. They're looking to close this one out and continue maintaining their 5th seed while Ronin still battling this one out, looking to send it to a game number 5.
All right, guys, trying to get a little bit of a lobby glitch fixed, but once we do that, we're going to hop into this game number 4. Hopefully get this resolved fairly shortly, but what a game we just saw. I'm accepting this invite right now just to keep you guys posted. I can't believe that they were able to do it twice in a row. 15 seconds left in the first one. I think, again, 15 seconds left in that second capture.
Or less.
Or less. I thought we were going to go and definitely see a full replay right there. And when it goes to a full replay and you've outslayed the team so much, it leaves a lot of question marks there. Like you said, where is the objective efficiency coming in for Evil Geniuses? But their shots are on point right now. We switched to Falcated's point of view after he dropped down after that amazing double or triple kill. Immediately perfect shots onto the player that was sitting into the small door. This guy is on fire right now.
Yeah, he really is. He's definitely stepping up for this Evil Geniuses squad, and we'll see if he can continue this momentum heading into this Empire Strongholds, which is a map where, like we pointed out before, Tom, we don't have many power weapons. There's no sniper rifle or rockets on this map, so it's really going to be listening to your coach, making sure you're focusing on the power-ups, and you're executing, or putting 2 people in these strongholds, because the last thing you want to be doing is committing something solo, going to a base, and then end up dying before you secure that stronghold, and that's where things really start to kind of steamroll out of control, and it's hard to kind of grab your footing once again.
Exactly, and once this initial start happens, that's the big key here for Evil Geniuses. If they can get their footing, if they can get the overshield, if they can get the camouflage, if they can get the pit, you're going to see them flying on all cylinders. They've been waiting for a moment like this to apply themselves for quite some time. So much practice, hours and hours upon hours of practice going in just for 1 or 2 hours a week when you really have to shine. Evil Geniuses, they've shined. They've gone up and down. Again, they have to close this series out. It is so important for them to beat a team around their same skill level, around their same rank, and get that confidence going into Denver.
Yeah, and keep in mind that their rank is on the line here in this series, so there is no room for error. And you pointed out multiple times before, the top 4 teams here in Pro League are extremely scary, so you got to kind of pick your poison here. And the last thing you want to do, or the one thing you can be certain of, is you don't want to match up against Optic or Envy, especially after how strong they've been playing in the last few weeks.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And sitting right after there, you got Splice and you have Team Liquid, 2 all very scary teams. So that's why it's urgent for these teams to go and handle business and, again, maintain confidence or gain confidence and momentum moving forward into Denver. It's not an easy thing to do. Ronin, they're playing at a very high level right now, and Evil Geniuses, they are making mistakes objectively, but this is a different game type, different map here, and again, if they are outslaying nearly as close as they were in Fathom, then Empire should be a breeze for them.
All right, and we're going to take just a couple minutes here while we get the lobby situation underway here. We will be going into a game number 4, so make sure you don't go anywhere, and when we come back, we will have what happens in this last and final series. right, and welcome back one more time.
One more time.
All right, we should be able to get everything underway here. We've got the players set up in the lobby, and this game is kicking underway. We are looking at Stronghold's Empire. And if you are new to the stream, it is going to be Evil Geniuses going up against Ronin. EG is in the lead 2-1 in this series and looking to close it out right here.
Here it is, guys. The long and anticipated wait is over. Here it is, Empire Strongholds game number 4. Is this the final game of the HCS 2017 Fall Pro League regular season? We don't know. It's up to Ronin to try to put up a fight and push this to a game number 5. Starting it off with Roy, who, unfortunately for Evil Genius, is not able to get that overshield. The ninja antics, while as cool as they looked, not going to pay off.
Yeah, and you can see nobody from Evil Genius is giving enough attention to that overshield, and then Tapping Buns getting cleaned up as he grabbed that camo as well. So opening strategy, I'd say, going over to Ronin a little bit. Great stick comes in. Probably would have preferred a backpack if this guy gets away. That would have been ridiculous here. But we can see kill comes in and gets cleaned up here by Nemesis. First Stronghold is bottom mid, goes over to Ronin here. Now Nemesis, he gets taken no shields, but nobody able to clean up that kill here quite yet. They do have eyes on him though, and as you can see, Roy the Lion closes in and finishes off that kill. First points on the board over to Ronin. Evil Geniuses though looking to answer back.
Big that they got the pit. Now they have blue base as well, so we're going to find out what Lunchbox is going to be able to do to try to get into this one, and that's not the play he was looking for. He's kind of caught in no man's land right there in between both of the strongholds that Ronin controls, and now Falcade, last guy alive. L-Town's starting to push this advantage, going for the triple cap, rightfully so. He's going to drop, and now they're going to trade side bases here. So the triple cap is going to rack up a couple of points, but not that many, as Evil Genius is going to put a band-aid over there towards the blue side of things. Got to rotate on over towards the pit, though. What's going to be the play? One player going to hop in immediately, even though they had one number in their favor, and now they're down 2 players. Make that 3 players. Evil Genius is all 4 dead. Not sure what the plan right there was, to just go and fly into the pit without getting that many slays.
Yeah, definitely needs to go back and retake a look at that one and pretty much do anything differently than what they did to open that one up. But like you said, stopping the bleeding a little bit, putting another band-aid by securing red base here, and now they need to make sure they get some kills here, as with 1 dead for each team. We are looking at a 3v3.
Gotta slow play this if you're L-Town. Wait for this camouflage, because you've already done the damage. There's no way you're going to be able to contest that overshield. Instead, he's going to go in there and try to help out on the players from the turbine. Not sure if he could have got that angle from a different area. Probably could have stayed over towards top security, helped get that kill and get the camouflage. Instead, not sure what's going to happen on the camo side of the map. Sabinator, he's going to get taken down with that green gun combo. You see members from Evil Geniuses making their way on over towards the pit. It's going to be tapping buttons, and another player located in behind him. Bafati's starting to fly in. Altown with the beatdown. Falcade drops in, but the reset has already happened. So Evil Geniuses, they're not long for this world, as Kyle would say, and that's all 4 dead.
Yeah, all 4 dead once again. That's the second time in the last minute we've seen Ronin be able to secure all 4 kills there onto the Evil Geniuses squad. And once again, another triple cap here coming out for Ronin. So Ronin looking extremely strong in this game number 4 here.
It's looking like Suspector's gonna wait out here for members of Evil Geniuses to float over towards the red fan area. Looks like a lot of members for Evil Geniuses flying out there. Great job by Suspector, at least just getting the trade going on. We'll see what happens with the rest of the map, but it looks like L-Town's on the flank, trying to come behind the players that were over there. He's gonna go for the side base. Curious to see if this triple cap's gonna work out, because he has a teammate over there. It doesn't seem like Evil Geniuses is rotated towards the other side. Instead, Lunchbox is trying to end 2 people capping the side base when he's only a single. So it's not going to work out for Lunchbox, but this is the first time Evil Geniuses has contested the pit very nicely. They take that one in a very crucial time. 58 points. You can't allow Ronin to continue to tack on more with the overshielded camo coming out.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we saw EG put 3 dead here for Ronin. Big battle happening. Roy runs out of ammo. Classic Roy moves. We see him run out of ammo more than any other player, I'd say, here. But now finally, Evil Geniuses being able to regain control, starting to put some points on the board here once again. But 59-12, we've seen it already here today, but is this Evil Geniuses squad going to have what it takes to get back into it?
Ooh, Roy had his teammate right behind him, but still not able to live. Tapping buttons, he's going to help secure this overshield. Triple cap's in effect, so this is Evil Genius's time to shine, but they're not getting the slays that they need. Where's Lunchbox? There he is. Now it's a 2-on-2 situation. Lunchbox pushing this triple cap. Can he get L-Town out of here and get the reset. He does. Huge plays coming in from Lunchbox. Roy finds a grenade kill as well. And look at this. Now Evil Geniuses is racking up tons of time. Ridiculous comeback. They were down, what, 59-3?
It was something like that. It's reminding me of the Optic series to open up the day here. The fact that they've been able to get all these points back on the board after what was such good play here from Ronin. One little mistake and the opposite team just can keep you on the back foot on respawn, just keep you completely off of your game, and that is what EG is doing here now.
Remember, guys, these are the two teams fighting it out right now in the 6th and 7th spot. They are both tied at 1 and 5. A win for these teams would be huge. Again, not just for the money, not just for the placements here in the Pro League, for your confidence going forward. Evil Geniuses, they have really struggled, like we said, turning the corner. They have not done it quite yet. Now is their time. I feel like they're sensing it. You could see the urgency, the way that they're moving around, the teamwork flying in. Can they hold on to this game?
Yeah, it's a tough tell, but we will see the very first tied part of this game as Evil Genius is getting ready to take the lead. 3, make that 2 dead here for EG, only 1 for Ronin. Bottom mid is being contested very well by these 2 EG members. That's Falcated and Lunchbox working together. Get a little bit of a team nade going there, but it works out because he also does a lot of damage to those 2 members of Ronin here. And 3 dead once again. Evil Geniuses, they're on a 60-point run right now.
Roy's not able to control that blue base. That would have been huge for Evil Geniuses. They could have had another triple cap there, but this is the time and point in the game where things matter. 71-59 and counting. Overshield, it's on the map any second here. Camo popping up shortly after that. It looks like Evil Geniuses is able to secure that overshield. Could it be the last one of the Fall Pro League regular season? If Evil Geniuses holds this triple cap, it will be.
All right, now Falcated not able to get anything going. A little over-aggressive on that hill. I would have liked to see him give that up or wait for his teammates here. But no, Roy pushes in right as the stronghold changes hands. That's not what you want to see. Now the opposite side base, blue base, is being taken. So they needed to give up that side base. Oh, luckily big reset comes in and 2 kills go over there in favor of Evil Geniuses as well. Finally, we see Ronin get back into this one. First time putting points on the board in the last 3 to 4 minutes.
But it's unbelievable how late that camouflage was. Suspector picked it up right around the 5:10 mark. Somehow, throughout all of that, EG missed that. That could have been an easy camo in their end. If they're able to grab that, they could have contested the pit and possibly won the game. Instead, Ronin, they got right back into this one. Can they clear out the side base tapping buttons? He couldn't go big enough. It was a very hard situation to be in, but now Suspector's going off. Huge double kill, huge reset of the pit. Roy had to back down. It looked like it could have been a big play for Evil Geniuses, but it's gonna be a couple more pushes here for EG. They have a couple, about 3 pushes to go and try to retake this pit. Another option for them is to go for one of these side bases and just try to milk those last 11 points, hoping that Ronin makes some sort of mistake.
Ooh, we'll see Lunchbox pushes on to 2 players over here and Turbine and commits too heavily on 1, and that's 3 dead for Evil Geniuses, and might be looking at a triple cap here for Ronin. Now Evil Geniuses wisely trades bases here. This is exactly what they need to do. And Tom, if they lose this game, it could all come back to them over-committing on that return. They had the overshields, and literally it was because they had overshield that they over-committed to that fight.
And then they didn't get the camo because of that, and then Suspector went huge with that double kill and then weakening Roy. So just big mistakes towards the tail end of the game, and we do see another overshield. This time it goes on over to Suspector in the hands of Ronin right now. Everybody in Evil Genius is desperately making their way on over towards the pit. It's not gonna happen. We're most likely going to a game number 5.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tom. 94-89. Last opportunity. They need to get some lucky kills here now. They're trying to flood over into the pit, but I don't know if that's going to work out. 2 go down now for EG. The final seconds of this game. Ronin looking to tie up this series, and sure enough, they're going to be able to do it. Tom, we're ending the Pro League season with a Game 5 series.
Woo! Holy cow, and it's going to be a Truth Slayer too, so there's not going to be much, slow playing, no camping. Just running, gunning, fast-paced Halo 5 action. Let's take a look at these stats and see who was going big. We got Suspector, 18-10. L-Town, 18-11, or 13, excuse me, I can't read. And then all of a sudden, it looks like yes, let's see, 3, very even in kills, but it looks like Ronin slightly outslayed them. Ridiculous amount of assists coming in from Lunchbox, but it's just not enough. The overcommitment, Evil Geniuses, it plagued them in Plaza. I can't believe that they did it in Empire.
Yeah, I can't believe they let that happen. They got the overshield. If they had just given up that base, they literally won the game. But they ran in, got in 2 separate 2v1 situations, one of which was when they had overshield, and Falcata got ground pounded by a no shields player. Just such crucial mistakes. I was thinking in my head, whoever wins this game wins the series, besides the fact that EG wins it, it's over. But I think that is going to be one of those demoralizing losses that we see the Twins and everyone on that team start bickering with each other and can really throw them off. Can they get their minds right here for this Game 5?
Even if they win Game 5, which, you know, the way that they've played this series, you would think that they would. They've been hanging in there in the Slays, and they have way more overall kills over the 4 games combined, especially because CTF Fathom. But you got to be worried about Evil Geniuses, because this is what I'm talking about with this squad. And I love these guys, don't get me wrong, but they struggle closing out series, and they struggle closing out games, and they make huge mental errors towards the tail end of games, whether it's overcommitting towards an objective, over challenging, or just there's another way to explain it, just complete brain farts.
Yeah, I mean, that was literally one of the worst plays that we saw here today. Not to put any kind of more pressure on them, but they absolutely should have done anything differently there.
All right, starting this one off with Roy. They do get the first strike. They do get that 2-1 lead here, which should give them a little bit of map positioning and the camouflage. Tapping Buttons, he gets taken out, so a great melee there by L-Town. If Tapping Buttons is able to stay alive with that camouflage, who knows what type of spree could go on.
Yeah, exactly correct there, Tom. So 4-3, 30 seconds into this game. This is game number 5 here, the deciding series to see who is going to take the higher seed between these two teams heading into DreamHack Denver.
That is true, Kyle. Let's see what Falcade has in store with us. Keep in mind, this guy, even though he had a little bit of a misplay with that overshield, has had a phenomenal series and a phenomenal day overall. Laying down some nasty shots right there onto L-Town from top of the base to the bubble. Has a couple players over to his side and another player in front of him, so he's pinched, just going to try to stay alive in this bubble as long as possible. You can see all the players from Ronin that want to kill him flying up this slide, flying up this bubble. Somehow, he's staying alive throughout all of this, working with Lunchbox and Roy to pick up 2 kills.
Oh, a big reversal coming out of Suspector here as this series gets all tied up. And then we see Ronin take the lead now. Hoseby or Tapping Buttons over there was taking no shields. Another nice shots by Falcated to grab that one. So constant back and forth action. I wouldn't be surprised if this is neck and neck all the way through, Tom.
Most likely. Let's see what Sabinator is going to do in this situation, because he's caught out no shields trapped inside of his base, which is not a good spot to be in, especially when you look at the player outlines and where Evil Geniuses is located. A guy P2, 2 guys kind of flanking over from the car side, and another guy that's top center. Virtually a perfect setup here for Evil Geniuses. They did a great job collapsing in Regret. Numerous times they had 3 or 4 dead here, and it looks like that's exactly what they're doing again to Ronin. That's going to be 3 dead. And you know what Roy's doing right there, Kyle, is he's flying into the base to trap the spawns and force the spawns out. And now they spawn in the bubble away from him. Roy somehow staying alive right there. Suspect they're going to shut it down with the beatdown.
Yeah, man, I'm actually surprised he got that kill. And what was just 10-9 in favor of Ronin is now 18-12. Evil Genius is taking a 6-kill lead here. Keep in mind what is on the line here for these two teams. Tapping Buttons, great positioning here, helped secure 2 kills for his team. And now we can see this is the collapse and the aggression Evil Geniuses was looking for in that Fathom, on that Empire stronghold. So you want to be pushing back and forth, but crucial mistakes led to a Game 4 loss.
Falcated with the double. Lunchbox finds one as well. That's the last guy alive right there. Tapping Buttons trying to give him the business. Suspector, though, going to answer, and that trade does get right back, though, in the favor of Evil Geniuses. Roy going to find the kill. But look at the positioning that Evil Geniuses continues to maintain throughout this game, Kyle. A guy P2, a guy top center, a guy car side. They are owning so much of this truth real estate. It's like, I don't know, it's like Monopoly when people got Park Place and Boardwalk hotels, man. There's nothing you can do.
You're right, Tom. This is not looking good for Ronin as EG is about to be up double their score as we head into the last 25 kills here in this series. And Tom, I said it before, this is a map, a variation of midship that we've seen Lunchbox and Roy playing on for a decade here. So I think that's why I picked them to take this game 5.
And they've doubled the kills that Ronin has, 16-32. Evil Geniuses, they want to run away with this one, and they're on the verge of doing so. The next camouflage dropping in about 30 seconds here. Falcated in perfect position. Look at the collapse coming in, Kyle, from Evil Geniuses. They are flooding underneath the base, again car side, and again top center. So spread out and doing it almost perfectly.
Yeah, they are playing this on just another level right now. I'm sure they wish they were playing like this in some of these previous games that they dropped here to Ronin, but either way, they are sitting in a comfortable position right now with new camo coming up. We do have one member get taken down. If there is any hope left here for Ronin, it all starts right here with Suspector's camo.
Spectre needs to make some big plays, and he can't afford to play very sneaky either, which is what you want to do when you have the camo, because the amount of pressure Evil Geniuses had throughout this game has been phenomenal. And you could see Suspector, he ran towards his teammates. You don't want to do that when you're camo. You want to go for the long flank. And now he's trying to just do whatever he can to pick off the no shields guys that his teammates left. But look at Evil Geniuses immediately collapsing. All 4 dead. They are not slowing down Ronin. What do you do here to get back into the game?
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the game, it is hard to think of anything you can do to get back into this one. So many lines of sight. If you gotta just be ridiculous as far as the kills, and you trade a kill, that is not gonna be what you need to get back into this one. You can see Ronin trying their best to slow it down, but collapse is coming from everywhere, and this aggression is just too much for them to handle.
It's crazy to think that when this game started, it was tied up, Kyle. 0-0.
Right, and 10-10 even. And then 45-23 over the last 4.5 minutes or so that we've been seeing these two teams face off.
I'm just curious who is going to be the guy, the MVP at the end of this game number 5. And when I'm watching the way that Falcated has been able to go huge with numerous double kills, I got to give it to him, honestly. Him and tapping buttons, we were waiting for big series from these guys together. They've done great individually, but finally Evil Geniuses putting together a full series, and they take game number 5, 50-25.
I mean, they went 2 for 1 that entire game. A steak dinner to close out the series and prove that's why they deserve the 6th seed and sticking Ronin in 7th.
No doubt about it. They have to be feeling good after that one. And again, another hard-fought series. Very great games today. Everybody putting on a great performance individually and as a team. Evil Geniuses, though, they get that big win. Finally, after winning the first... Ooh, we have a breadstick.
Ooh, Sabinator. He had a good series as well. And that is a heartbreaking way to end the Pro League with a 1-15 performance.
Yeah, got to let that one soak, most likely in some marinara, because that goes good with breadsticks. But that's a tough one. That's a very tough one.
Exactly. And as you take a look at some of the replays here on your screen, 19-13. Then it went up by 10 here as EG hit the halfway point, and then up by 25 kills to end the game. Ronin just didn't know what hit them this time around.
No doubt about it, the pressure was unstoppable, and it reminded me a lot of the collapses that they had in Regret, and Evil Geniuses have to be proud with the execution that they had there. They have to revisit some of the objective mistakes that they were making. Again, overslaying in Fathom, that's not going to work against another team. That's something that they have to fix going into Denver. And then in Empire and just in Strongholds in general, they always make the mistake, especially towards the tail end of the games, of overcommitting to a triple cap that they don't need.
Yeah, and of course, literally just opening up the door for Ronin and sending into a game number 5. I mean, anything... EG should have closed that out in 3, if anything. Game number 2 going over there to Ronin. And then, of course, crucial mistakes that lost them the game in game number 4. And then game number 5, can't really say enough good things about what EG was able to do.
Yeah, no doubt about it.